Okay, for our second example here, example 2, we have a cone and we want to find the surface area of this cone. Now, in this particular problem, again, we're trying to find the surface area. It has a radius of 7 feet and it has a slant height here. This is called the slant height that goes from the tip all the way down to the top. That is your slant height. And so we want to find the surface area. So first thing we need to write is the formula. So surface area equals pi r squared. Now this time there only is one circle base, so it's just pi r squared plus, then we've got the curved surface that makes up the cone, and for that it is pi r L. Now this L is called the slant height. That is the slant height. Again, R is going to be the radius. And so those are the two things now that we need to be able to plug into our formula. And so that's our second step. We want to plug those in. We're going to leave the pi symbol in there till the end, and then we'll deal with that. So my radius in this problem is 7, and my slant height is going to be 9. And so now I'm going to plug those into my formula. And I'm leaving pi in there. The radius was 7, and so that's going to have to be squared, and this is multiplied together. So we have that, we plug in there, and then we have pi, and then the radius again is 7, and this, my L, is the slant height, which would be 9. And so now I've plugged in for my radius and for the slant height. And again, we're leaving the pi symbol in there until the end. All right, now we can begin to solve. And again, we want to do our exponents first. So pi, that would be then 49. 7 squared would be 49. Plus pi, and then 7 times 9 would be 63. All right, and so now I've got, and again, this usually they write these, they put the number in front. I will go ahead and do that. This would be 49 pi plus 63 pi. And since they both have the pi symbol and we are adding, they are like terms, so we can add those together. And so we take the 49 plus the 63, and that gives us then 112 pi. Now again, if they want the answer left in terms of pi, that means leaving the pi symbol in your answer, then that would be your answer. And then we would have feet, in this case, since we are dealing with area, it would be feet squared. But in this case, they want you to go ahead, and now this time we're going to use 22 over 7, because sometimes they will have you put in for pi 22 over 7 instead of the 3.14. So if they have you do that, then if they want you to put in 3.14, then you would put that in here and then take it times the 112. So now I'm going to multiply 112 times the 22 over 7. Now, if the 7 would go into 112, we could divide that out first, or we can just go ahead and multiply straight across 112 times the 22. That would be 2,464 over 7. And then we can divide the 2,464 divided by 7, and that would give us 352 feet squared. And that would be the surface area then for the cone. And so again, leave your pi symbol in your problem till the end, where you got it simplified here. Sometimes that'll be it. it'll say leave it in terms of pi. Otherwise, then plug in your 3.14 or your 22/7, and then you can go ahead and simplify to get your answer. So that is example 2, dealing with finding the surface area of a cone.